In this video, we're diving into how to launch your very first website on a Bluehost VPS using EasyPanel without getting lost in server commands or technical overwhelm. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build your first website the smart way without feeling like you need to become a full-time system admin just to get something live. Now, if you've ever upgraded to a VPS because you wanted more control and then immediately felt stuck staring at an IP address wondering what to do next, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to take a brand new Bluehost VPS, layer EasyPanel on top of it, and launch a real website that people can actually visit. No hype, no buzzwords, just a calm step-by-step path from I have a VPS to my site is live. Let's get into it. Why a VPS feels confusing at first. Let's talk about the honest experience that most people have with a VPS. Shared hosting spoils you. You log in, click a few buttons, install WordPress, and you're done. A VPS is the opposite. You get more power, more control, and way more freedom, but also way less guidance. You sign up, Bluehost emails you your server details, and suddenly you're holding an IP address, root access, a blank server, and that's it. No create website button, no setup wizard, just a lot of potential and not much direction. It's usually where people panic a little bit. They start Googling things like how to set up Apache or how to install WordPress on VPS. And 5 minutes later, they're knee deep in terminal commands, wondering why they ever left shared hosting. This is exactly the gap that EasyPanel fills. What EasyPanel actually is, in plain English. EasyPanel is a visual control panel that sits on top of your VPS and handles the messy parts of server setup for you. So instead of manually installing a web server, databases, SSL certificates, and all that back-end stuff, EasyPanel gives you a clean dashboard where you can create projects, launch websites, connect domains, turn on SSL, manage updates, all without living in the command line. Think of it this way. Shared hosting is like renting an apartment where everything comes pre-furnished. A raw VPS is like buying an empty house with no appliances. EasyPanel is like hiring a contractor who installs the kitchen, wiring, and plumbing so you can just focus on living there. You still own the house, you just don't have to build it from scratch. What you need before we start. All right, let's keep this part simple. You don't need to be a developer. Here's all you really need. A Bluehost VPS that's already active. Your server IP address. Root access. Bluehost gives you this by default. A domain name. This is optional at first, but definitely recommended. And that's it. If you can log into your Bluehost dashboard and see your VPS details, you are good to go. Accessing EasyPanel on your Bluehost VPS. So once EasyPanel is installed on your VPS, it runs on port 3000. So to access it, you'll open your browser and go to http:// your server IP:3000. Now, obviously here you want to replace your server IP with the actual IP address from your Bluehost dashboard. Now, the first time that you visit this page, EasyPanel will ask you to create an account. This is just the admin account for your own server. So pick a strong password and save it somewhere safe, ideally in a password manager. Now, once you log in, you'll land on the EasyPanel dashboard. And if this is your first time seeing it, take a breath. It's intentionally simple. You're not expected to know everything just yet. Understanding the EasyPanel dashboard. So before we launch anything, let's get our bearings. EasyPanel is built around a few core ideas. Projects. Projects are like folders. Each project holds one or more websites or apps. You might have one project for your personal site, another for a business site, and another for experiments, apps, or services. These are the actual things you're hosting. A website, a blog, a tool, or anything else. Templates versus custom apps. EasyPanel gives you templates for common setups, so you're not starting from zero. You can also connect your own code later if you want more control. You don't need to memorize this. Just know that EasyPanel is organized on purpose, and it gets easier the more you use it. Creating your first project. All right, now let's launch something real. So from the dashboard, you can go ahead and click on New and choose an app. This tells EasyPanel that you want to create something that people can visit. So give your project a name. This can be anything. It's just for you. Something like First Website or My Website is totally fine. Once the project is created, EasyPanel will walk you into the setup screen for your first app. This is where most people expect things to get complicated. Choosing how you want to launch your website. So EasyPanel gives you a couple ways to launch your site. For your first website, the easiest option is usually one of these: a static website using a Git repository, a pre-built template, or a simple app setup handled automatically. So if you already have a GitHub repo with your site files, you can connect it here. If not, EasyPanel can still get something live for you. Now, when asked about the build method, EasyPanel often uses something called Nix packs. You don't need to know how it works, just know that it figures out how to build and run your site automatically. This is one of those moments where it's okay to just trust the tool. Developing your website. So once your settings are filled in, you'll see a deploy button. Click it. This is where EasyPanel does the heavy lifting. It sets up the environment, builds your site, and starts running it on your VPS. You'll see logs scrolling by. This can look intimidating, but you don't need to read every line. You're just waiting for a successful deployment message. When it finishes, EasyPanel will show you a public URL where your site is running. That's your first win. Visiting your website for the first time. Click the link that EasyPanel gives you. This is usually the moment where people smile a little bit because your site is live. Not on shared hosting, not on a demo platform, on your own VPS. Even if it's just a simple page right now, this is a big step. You've crossed the hardest part of VPS hosting, which is getting started. Everything from here on out is refinement. Connecting a custom domain. So let's make this feel real by connecting a domain. So if your domain is registered with Bluehost, then this part is pretty straightforward. You'll just go into your domain's DNS settings and add an A record that points your domain to your VPS IP address. So in plain terms, you're just telling the internet, when someone types my domain, send them to this server. Once that's done, you'll come back to EasyPanel and add the domain to your app's settings. EasyPanel will automatically handle SSL for you. That means your site will load securely with HTTPS without you needing to install certificates manually. DNS changes can take time to spread, so don't panic if it doesn't work instantly. It's totally normal. Managing your site after launch. So this is where EasyPanel really shines. From the dashboard, you can redeploy your site if you make changes, view logs if something goes wrong, restart the app if needed, add environment settings, launch additional websites later. You're not locked into one setup. You're in total control. And the best part is you're doing all this without constantly SSHing into your server. Common beginner mistakes to avoid. All right, let's save you a few headaches here. One common mistake is assuming something is broken when DNS just hasn't updated yet. Give it time. Another is launching without backups. Even simple sites deserve backups. EasyPanel makes this easier, but it's still something you should think about early on. And probably the biggest mistake is overcomplicating your first site. Your goal right now isn't perfection, it's momentum. So get something live and then improve it later. When EasyPanel makes the most sense. So EasyPanel is great if this is your first VPS. If you want more control than shared hosting, you don't want to manage everything by hand. You plan to run multiple sites later on. So if you love working entirely in the terminal, then you might prefer a raw setup. But for most people, EasyPanel is a really nice middle ground. It gives you power without stress. So launching your first website on a VPS doesn't have to feel scary. With Bluehost handling the server side and EasyPanel handling the management layer, you get the best of both worlds. You keep control, you get flexibility, and you don't have to learn everything at once. So if you've been sitting on a VPS feeling unsure what to do next, this is your path forward. Get something live, build confidence, and grow from there. Now, if you want to get started with Bluehost VPS, then we've got a link for you down in the description. That'll bring you to this page right here where you can go ahead and choose from their several different VPS hosting plans. So they've got NVMe 2, 4, 8, and 16 at different price points here, and you can choose different terms to commit to. So as you commit to a longer term, you're going to see better savings. So, and as you can see, there's no difference between the 1 year and the 3-year term, but you are going to get significant savings just by going something other than monthly. So if you're going to go ahead and get started with this, Bluehost recommends getting started on their NVMe 4 for just a little bit more money. You're going to get twice the amount of everything. If you need more than that, NVMe is a great place to start. Now, this is an affiliate link, which means we do earn a small commission when you use this at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the channel, we make videos on how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more, so be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.